So if you're someone who's having issues down there with ingrown hair, not knowing the right way to remove the hair down there, as well as having dark spots and hyperpigmentation, do not fear, I am here. Did that rhyme? Do not fear, I am here. We're going to talk through it all. So let's get into today's video. Hello my loves, and welcome to my channel. My name is Darcy, and welcome back if you've been here before. In today's video, we're talking all things bikini line prep, and by bikini line prep I mean products and hair removal process that I use at home that helps me to get rid of ingrown hair, get rid of any unwanted hair down there, as well as dark spots and hyperpigmentation that I've gone through down there. I feel like that's one of the top 3 problems for me when the summer comes around, trying to catch up from my lack of care around winter. So this year we're trying to catch up a little early. Thankfully I went on vacation in January, so I had to catch up since late last year, and I've kind of been keeping it up this year. So I feel like I know a thing or two about how to actually keep your bikini line summer and beach ready. So let's discuss it all in today's video. Okay, so the first thing I want to mention is hair removal process. I feel like most of us go with shaving. That was also the first thing I used to do when I started removing the hairs everywhere on my body. I feel like when you get into waxing and you've gone past the pain of waxing, it feels a bit better. I stopped shaving a while back, and I've been doing my own at-home waxing, but every time I'm going on vacation I just get someone to do it for me because there's so much to do. But for the summertime and just regularly, I just do my own at-home waxing, and I feel like that's really the best hair removal method that you can do at home. Laser hair removal is probably the best thing if you can afford it, but honestly that's not something I'm really looking to do right now. So I just do my own at-home waxing, and that's for multiple reasons. 1, the hair takes a really long time to come back. 2, when it does grow back, it's less coarse, it's super fine and super soft, and definitely much more thin. And over time the hair actually gets thinner and thinner, which means eventually you can actually space out your waxing schedule much further apart. So for example, right now I wax on a monthly basis, but I think as time goes on I probably will need to do it on a bi-monthly basis. Eventually maybe I'll even need to do it just every quarter. We really don't know. So let's go through my tried and true waxing products. As someone who's tried a few different waxes on Amazon or in the market, I feel like I finally find the best one for me. And for you, that might be the case. If you find out that you tried this one and you don't like it, feel free to continue moving on to others. But here are my basic waxing kits. First, a waxing machine. I got this one from Amazon 2 or 3 years ago, honestly. Maybe even 4 or 5 years ago, and it has not yet break. It's been here with me for a long time. It does the job. You really just need the machine to melt your wax, and that's it. As for waxing beads, I use this one from Bikini. This is a hard wax beads, and the reason I like this one, and I've tried a lot of different waxes. 1, I like to get waxes that says they're good for sensitive skin, because I just assume I have sensitive skin by now. I've had so many problems with my skin. It's sensitive. She's gentle, she's delicate, she does not like to be played with at all. So I have delicate skin. I usually look for hard wax that are good for sensitive skin. And this one, it has its pros and cons, but the pro for me definitely outweigh the con. 1, if I do it at the right time, at the right schedule, I actually don't really feel much pain with this one. And much is the key word here, because when you're waxing, you're pulling a bunch of hair at the same time. So there's going to be some pain there, of course. But I find with this one, the pain is definitely less than other beads I've tried. However, with this one, although it is a hard wax bead, it does take a good amount of time before the wax actually becomes really hard. Like sometimes I'll be pulling it and it'll still be soft and it'll get stuck on my nails. So I actually prefer waxing when I don't have acrylics or press-ons or anything like that, because it'll get stuck on it and it's so messy to remove it. So if you're going to do this, I recommend doing it maybe on a prep day where you haven't done your nails yet and you're okay with them getting messy, because that did that to my nails and I had to remove them the next day, the first time I started using this. But it's been a while since I've been using this, and other than it being a little messy and taking a good amount of time before it gets hard, I actually have no problem with it, because the pain minimizing is what I was looking for, and it really reduces the pain. So I really like this one. By the way, I will also leave all the links in the description box below. Next, some other basic stuff you'll need is this wooden sticks, and this is what I use to pick up the wax and the wax machine. Use this little stick, pick it up, and apply it wherever you want to apply it. Now the best bet is you want to apply it where the hair is going. A bunch of them just fell. You want to apply where the hair is going and then pull it from the opposite side. And I actually recommend, before you get your own wax at home, I actually recommend going somewhere to get it done professionally first, because I feel like then you can actually pay attention. You can even ask questions to see how it goes. So for me, even though I still do it at home, sometimes I'll still go to get a professional to do it for me and still just ask many questions if I feel like I've been doing something wrong. Another really important part is these calming oil wipes. I always use these after waxing, and it's good for body, face, and bikini. However, I only wax bikini and my armpits. Everything else I either shave or get it done professionally. So I really like these because I feel like after waxing it's painful, and I feel like after using these it actually does calm the pain and kind of create this soothing sensation, and I like using this for that. I think it's a 20 pack, and I must have gotten this for maybe less than $10 on Amazon. So for waxing, there's a few tips I would recommend before getting into it, especially if you haven't seen a professional. One, check YouTube, do a lot of research on Google, because there's so many professionals out there giving advice for free. And while I am giving advice based on what's worked for me, I am not a wax professional at all. Next, it's important that you exfoliate your skin 24 to 48 hours before waxing, and please do not use an exfoliant that is super harsh on your skin. You don't want anything that is going to actually cause any abrasions on your skin. Just something to kind of help open your pores and loosen any trapped hair that's currently going on. Third, I recommend trying to stick to a schedule as much as you can. The reason I recommend sticking to a schedule is because then you can see how much time it takes before your hair becomes at a certain length, because the ideal time to wax your hair down there is when it is the length of a grain of rice, people say. So if it's much longer than that, it is going to cause you so much pain. Believe me, I've been through it where I've waxed hair that is like super long, and then I'm in so much pain that I don't even want to finish the job. Like, I will literally have the wax down there and I'll just say I want to leave, I want to quit it, let it be, whatever. So you don't want to do that. Make sure you try to stick to a schedule, or make sure you wax every time your hair is no longer than a grain of rice. Otherwise, it will be painful. Next, avoid waxing during your period or around your period. And for me, I try to avoid waxing 5 days before my period, during my period, as well as 5 days after my period. So about 15 days out of the month I can't wax, but I have another 15 days where I'm able to do it. So I try to make sure I stick to a schedule. Whenever I see that hair gets to a specific length, I try to get to it as soon as I can, because I don't want to be on my period or around that time where I'll have to wait another 2 weeks, and that is potential for hair to get so much longer. My fifth tip for waxing also is to make sure you moisturize your skin. It's important that you do that, because if the skin is dry, it causes more irritation down there, and you don't want that at all. But also your skin is kind of sensitive then, so you kind of need to be gentle with it and applying a lotion. 2 products I would recommend you moisturize with is the fur oil. I will leave the link below. And I also sometimes use this La Roche-Posay Triple Repair Moisturizing Cream. I use this also for my face. It's good for sensitive skin, and it is super moisturizing. So I feel like if it's moisturizing and good for sensitive skin, it's going to be good for down there. So I'll often use that if I don't have the fur oil at hand. Okay, now for the fun part, which is the part where we clear the skin, where we get rid of the ingrown hairs, the dark spots, the acnes potentially. Do we get acne down there? I don't think I get acne down there. I've gotten ingrowns before, but honestly, if you start waxing, that really helps. I find that ever since I started waxing, I get less ingrowns, and because ingrowns are what usually cause dark spots for me, I also get less dark spots. So I really would recommend that if you can, you get into waxing. Try to do a lot of research online, or just go to a professional for the first few. Or honestly, if you can afford it and you have both the time and money, you can always just keep going to a professional. Or if you want to go a step further, get that laser hair removal thing. For ingrowns and dark spots, one thing I want to say is that it is super normal to get this. I feel like there's always some taboo about our lady parts down there where no one really wants to talk about it. We all get ingrown hairs, we all get dark spots down there, so it's nothing to be afraid of, and honestly it's also nothing to be ashamed of. We all get it. There's ways to also remove it, and I will go through them right now. The first product I started using is the Tan Skin. I actually just threw mine away because I had it for so long, you guys. It was embarrassing how long I had that product. And you can watch past videos of me talking about the subject and you'll see me using it. But I had it for so long that the other day I was just like, okay, we need to buy a new one. Let's finally throw it away. But it is so good for ingrown hair. It is the Tan Skin. It is so strong and alcoholic. There's two different ones. There's one where it's just a liquid and you can put the liquid on a cotton pad and apply it there. There's a second one that looks like a deodorant. That's the one I bought because I didn't want to go through the whole process of having to add it to the cotton pad. I just feel like that was an extra step, and for me, the more steps that I have to do for certain things, the less likely I am to do it. That's just my problem in life. So I ended up getting the one that looks like a deodorant, and that one I just apply it down there, and then within a few days it would start getting drier. You could even, the skin gets looser. It's so helpful. Honestly, it's like a miracle magic cure. I absolutely love that one. So that's the one thing, that's the first thing I would recommend if you actually do get lots and lots of ingrown hairs down there. I would especially recommend that you get the one that looks like a deodorant, so you don't have to go through the process of using a cotton pad, and you can just apply it down there and keep it moving. As for scrubs, I usually use the Naturium KP body scrub and mask. This is good for your overall skin. It's also chemical and both physical, so I really like that part. So I'll also use that. And make sure, before I continue with anything else, make sure that when you're using these products, you're using them on the surface level. Do not go further down, just up top. I like to use a lot of them, I just kind of use them right around my belly button area if I have dark spots there, and the bikini line. Nowhere further. Do not go down further. My third product is the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. Listen to how much I have left. I have barely nothing left. This is my holy grail product because I use it everywhere. I use it for my skin, I use it for my face, it's chest acne. I've even used it on top of my feet because I feel like I get hyperpigmentation or dark spots just anywhere and everywhere. So if you're someone who does have skin like that, I really recommend this product because it helps for everything. It works for everything. It is a bit pricey in my opinion. I think it's around $30 or $32 now. I started buying it when it was maybe $28 and now it's $32. I'm always telling my friends, I can't believe in my lifetime I get to say, not even get because I don't want to say it, but I can't believe in my lifetime I'm already saying, oh my god, I remember when this was $1 and now it's $5. It is so disappointing, but regardless, I really like using this, and I use this around my belly button area because I used to get ingrown hairs down there too when I wax there or when I shave there. I also use it again on that surface part. Do not go any further down because that's not good. Okay, this helps with so many things. It helps to unclog the pores, it helps to lighten up dark spots and pigmentation. It also helps in keeping bumps away, so I really recommend this one. Okay, these next two products are if you really need help and the others are not working, because especially this one, this amlactin lotion is so good. It is strong, it is super strong. And I hate the smell. It actually smells really bad. Yeah. I don't like the smell of this at all, but it is so effective. It is so helpful in smoothing any rough texture, helping with the ingrowns, as well as fading any dark spots. And you can actually see this working in real time. When I started using this, within a few days, I actually started to see my skin peel off. Like I could see, you know how if you get a chemical peel and you start seeing that light grayish white film, I actually started getting this down there when I was using this, and everything started getting brighter and lighter, and my skin was just so much more clearer and better looking down there. So I really recommend this, but again, I don't like the smell, and I think because I can see the physical work of it all, because of that I feel like it's intense, but it is really good if you have rough, dry skin and dark spots down there. It's a holy grail for sure. And it says it is #1 dermatologist recommended, so guess you can't go wrong with that. The next product I would also recommend if you're dealing especially with hyperpigmentation and dark spots down there is the Vanish PFB Chroma Bright. It says here that it helps with skin brightening, ingrown hair relief, waxing / razor bumps, and it is for both men and women. This is also like the tan skin that I use because it has this deodorant thing at the top. It also has a strong alcohol smell, very similar to the tan skin one, but you have this deodorant thing, so you kind of just need to apply it on the skin rather than using a cotton pad where you pour it. I just feel like that's always extra work and I don't want to do all of that. These products have really helped me. And one thing I recommend is if you can, start as soon as you can. Although we've been getting a lot of sun, it's also kind of chilly still, so it's not beach day yet. So I feel like if you start taking things real seriously within this next month, you might see a real glow up down there. You might see a real change. So I would recommend you start now, especially before the sun starts coming all the time, because then it's going to be hard for you to go to the beach if you're using all of these products. But just in case you do want to, do make sure you're always using sunscreen. Even if it's down there, the bikini line, you can apply sunscreen down there because your skin becomes much more sensitive when you are using these things, and you do not want to burn your skin and cause more hyperpigmentation and dark spots and issues down there, which is the one that life is lifing enough. I hope that was helpful, and if you guys want to have more girl talk, self-care, beauty related videos like this, please subscribe to my channel and I will see you in another video. Bye.